Global research says that extrinsic motivation is harmful, and it is more harmful compared to intrinsic motivation. Now, what is extrinsic motivation? We know it is all about the perks and incentive schemes and all of those things that is extra that we give to the employee to motivate that guy. Now, why is this employee motivation such a big issue? Why do we even have to motivate an employee? Why cannot an employee be intrinsically motivated? Okay, let's talk about a concept in industrial psychology which is called psychological contract. Psychological contract क्या है? That when you're sitting across an interview table, there is a subtle, discrete kind of a unwritten contract between you and the employer. The employer says, I will give you this much income or salary, whatever, and of course the hygienic conditions to work and everything. In return, you will have to give me whatever we decide as work. You have to give 100% of that energy and commitment and work, and of course maintaining the office protocol and managing the brand image of the company, etc. Fair enough. Now the salary of the employee reaches this person on a fixed date every month in full, except for these corona days. इनको छोड़ देते हैं. We're talking of normal days. सैलरी पूरी मिलती है, टाइम पे मिलती है, जो भी टाइम डिसाइड हुआ उस पर मिलती है. बट क्या मैं अपना 100% दे रहा हूँ? Well, I should be. If I am giving my 100%, where is the scope of that 101%? We talk about 101%, 110%. These are mathematically wrong figures. There is only 100%. When I am giving my 100%, even after incentives, where is that scope? What happens is when companies, for example, launch 3-month incentive kind of schemes, sales or performance overall increases. Now, where was that scope? Were you living that scope, Mr. Employee? Now, the thing is, management and HR, please understand this. The thing is, why extrinsic motivation is harmful. While you might think you would have got that extra percentage of income and as a cost benefit analysis, it would have worked for you. That's why only you launch an incentive scheme. But the way it works is, after enjoyed the taste of an incentive, now the employee says, I want more incentive, I want more perks, I want more extrinsic things other than salary. And there is where managements fall into the trap. Now if they don't launch an incentive scheme for the rest of the year, employees saying, incentive ही नहीं देते ये लोग यार, क्या फायदा? Right? Now this is not fair. करें क्या? मैनेजमेंट को पता है ये जो मैंने बोला है ऐसा नहीं है आपको नहीं पता है. करें क्या? Can we intrinsically motivate the employee? Now if I have 10,000 employees or if I have 80,000 employees, how do I intrinsically motivate these people? So of course one thing that we should know is that we have to train the leadership on intrinsic motivation. First of all, the leaders have to be intrinsically motivated. Well, ideally they would be because they have tasted success and that's why they are at a higher level. But they should be intrinsically motivated. That's how they got here. Out of that so many, the pyramid, as it grows higher, it narrows down because there are very less people who are climbing up the stairs. So at least we can assume that. Otherwise also, it's an organizational culture and it can be created where leaders can be trained to intrinsically motivate their subordinates. Other than that, we will have to have a lot of engagement with the employees on some kind of a goal setting for their own self. As Stephen Covey says, as the 6th habit of highly effective people, leverage the synergy. Can I talk about them instead of me? Now here comes Dale Carnegie also. How to win friends and influence people. Can we talk about them as in employees? Can we talk about their growth? Can we talk about their not incentives, but whatever they get from working with us? whatever benefits they get, कंपनी को 200% ग्रो कर रहा है, एम्प्लॉय बोलता है व्हाट्स इन फॉर मी. सो हियर कम्स जैक वेल्च, व्हाट्स इन फॉर मी. What are you going to answer when the employee says what's in for me? So you will have to find, and this is again leadership, which has to, local leadership has to take a big role in this. A local leader finds some kind of an answer to what's in for me with every employee. So ideally, in except for the front working force, ideally any leader would not normally have more than 15 guys under him. If there are 15 fellows under him and he's got years with him, in 1 month he can have at least 2 personal meetings with all of them and do that counseling on how to engage the subordinate on his targets. Most of those subordinates unfortunately don't even have their own targets. First of all, can you give them targets for them, for their life? Now you should buy a car, or maybe you should buy a house, or you should save some money, do some SIPs, whatever it is. Whatever way you can guide them. Can you do that? Instead of asking, can you give? Because when you give, the other person becomes obviously obliged. Not ethically, not morally, but obviously obliged to give back. Except for that very rare people. In general, people will get obliged to give back. Of course, you have that thing where you can certainly punish or scold them when they're not doing a good job, when they're having a attitude issue maybe. But otherwise, in general, that's not an issue. The point is, can I engage? Can my leadership at the local level engage with the subordinates on leveraging the synergy? I know it is still a tough task. I know that. But can we start with, maybe if you have 80,000 employees, not with all of them, but can we pilot them with 10,000 or maybe 1,000? Can we pilot that in one city and then make it bigger? We can. If we want to. The only thing is if we want to. The only thing is if there is an intention. The only thing is if I can think that big. The only thing is if I don't want to waste money on extrinsic motivation. And we very well know extrinsic motivation is a pit, एक घड़ा जो कभी भरता नहीं है. Intrinsic is अंदर से आपने इंजन ऑन कर दिया, वो बंदा भागता रहेगा. वो भाग रहा है, आप उसको फ्यूल डालते रहो, वो भागता रहेगा. It is not extrinsic motivation. Fuel means you encourage him, you appreciate him, you recognize him, you obviously give the salaries and everything else on time. You make this person want to grow and then make him grow, and that's how intrinsic motivation helps. It certainly helps. Bonus is a good thing. राजा खुश हुआ, अच्छी न्यूज़ सुनाई, माला उतार के दे दी. But you can't say मुझे बोनस चाहिए नहीं तो हम स्ट्राइक पे चले जाएंगे, या आप इंसेंटिव नहीं देते इसलिए हम काम नहीं करेंगे. नो, दैट्स नॉनसेंस. एंड दैट इज़ नॉट द फॉल्ट ऑफ द एम्प्लॉई, दैट इज़ द फॉल्ट ऑफ, और फॉल्ट बोले या लैक ऑफ गुड मैनेजमेंट फ्रॉम HR and management. So can we turn around things and think of a different motivation theory? Because organizations are bleeding and yet they have to keep bleeding to get that extra numbers, and that's not fair. Think about it. This is a radical view. I will always give radical views. I've got another video also, couple of them, so on such views on how appraisal should be made, how the appraisal system should change altogether, and some other videos also on organizational behavior. I'm a master's in psychology, specialized in organizational behavior, and when I read these theories in management and industrial psychology, I think these are wrong. This is nonsense. All the employee motivation theories are built on psychology research which was done on animals. Pavlov का dog, Skinner की cat, और ये अपना cat and rat, Thorndike की cat, किसी का chimpanzee, किसी का doll. We are humans here. We're not supposed, our motivation theories are not supposed to be built on how animals behave. Animals are motivated extrinsically. As a human being, it's an insult on me if I want incentives to work better. चेंज हो सकता है, आप चाहें तो. Think about it. Goodbye. I hope we keep meeting. Bye bye.